still not getting over the February and the ice storm. So good news is no ice in this forecast. We topped off at 93 degrees today. Fairly calm weather right now across the southeast, but very active weather up towards the north and towards the west. And of course, Colorado, they've been getting hammered with some pretty nasty and gnarly weather over the course of the last week. Enhanced risk for most of North Alabama and southern Tennessee, but the entire Tennessee Valley is underneath at least a slight risk of seeing severe weather. What our levels are looking like, well, greatest chance is going to be for wind and hail. This isn't really a setup for tornadoes, so that's going to be very unlikely, but I won't rule out a brief spin up possible. A bit foggy, a little bit overcast, but as we went through the day, we slowly started seeing the fog burn away and the clouds lift, and from there we got a little bit more sunshine. That's when temperatures really began to heat up. And when it's really dark outside on some of these county roads, you might not see power lines laying across the roadways. So you don't want to be out in this in central Coleman County right now. It had a very impressive hail core with it. Still looking like It's got a very impressive hail core with it, in fact. To the north and east of Monrovia, about to cross over Highway 53. I'll put the roads up here for you so you can kind of get an idea as to what we're talking about here. There's US Highway 50, State Highway 53, excuse me. For environments, you're not going to get these long-lived tornadoes. So what we don't want you to do is get relaxed just because we're saying that the storm looks weaker, because in between these scans from the radar, you can briefly have a 1 or 2 minute tornado that only travels a few hundred yards. So we want you to take the tornado warning very seriously, since we are certainly seeing rotation with these storms. Because these storms, they can oftentimes briefly spin up, especially when you have these interacting outflow boundaries from the multiple thunderstorms in and around the area.
Meteorologist Will Harkins joins us now. Will, another hot, sticky day in the Tennessee Valley, but will we get some relief soon?
We should start seeing some relief, but it can't get here fast enough because it has just been incredibly hot today, and it's going to be that way again tomorrow. Very similar to what we saw. Now, here's what we did see. We topped off at 98 degrees in Huntsville. The Shoals hit 97. Now, we started off around 77 degrees, which is, again, both these highs and lows are well above where they should be for this time of year. At least we're not setting any kind of record heat. That's the good news in all this, is there is no record heat. Now, we did have a few showers move through the Tennessee Valley. Still got one little bitty speck of a shower now working its way over towards Lake Gunnersville. But again, most of the shower activity has now come to an end. But earlier, it was actually helping provide a little relief. Now, places like Coleman got in on some of the rain showers, as well as Scottsboro and, of course, portions of Jackson County and DeKalb County. Got a few of those rain showers, but the rest of the valley, not so much. 95 in Athens, 96 in Huntsville, 94 over towards Decatur. Now, as far as what we saw towards the Shoals, right around 96 degrees. So, again, some pretty warm conditions out there. You factor in the dew point, and it is just unbearable. 115 is the feels like temperature right now in Athens, 104 in Huntsville. And again, out there towards Russellville, sitting at 108 is the current heat index. It's because of those numbers why we have a heat advisory posted, and that's going to go until 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Now, for tonight, we'll drop off to around 77 for an overnight low. Clear, very warm, and very muggy conditions. But it's all because of this high pressure. It has kept most of the showers at bay, and it's continuing to crank in that warm, dry conditions that are just making it so unbearable out there. 90s and even a few hundreds across portions of the south. But we will eventually start getting some relief in here. But until then, make sure you stay indoors, stay well hydrated. Avoid things like caffeine and alcohol that only dehydrate you, and wear the proper clothing as well to keep you a bit on the cool side. Now, again, tomorrow's going to be much like today. We'll have scattered showers and a few thunderstorms thrown into the mix, but the real relief doesn't arrive until Tuesday. We'll have a line of showers move through with a cold front. That's going to help to A, cool us off with the showers, but B, cool us off with the air back behind that front. That's going to be the big relief that we'll see. Tomorrow, no relief there. 99 will be the high. Again, this is dangerous heat with heat index around 105 to 110 degrees. Over the next few days, we'll see those numbers gradually drop. Of course, towards the end of the week, we'll start seeing them bump back up. But Thursday, the low point at 91 degrees. It's hard to call that a low point. That's where we should be this time of the year. Over the next 7 days, again, the best chance of rain will be Tuesday. After that, only an isolated chance of showers with a cold spot at 91 degrees on Thursday.